It's game time. WNKX welcomes you to this live presentation of local high school sports, made possible by our community advertising partners.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern-style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection!
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious!
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
Good evening and welcome into WNKX's presentation of high school sports tonight. The Loretto Mustangs travel to East Hickman to take on the Eagles in what is gearing up to be a fantastic football game between two teams that are right at the top of the district standings. East Hickman 5-1, undefeated in district play. They are 3-0. Meanwhile, Loretto is 4-2 in the regular season, 3-1 in the district, with their only district loss coming to Summertown. Last week, both of these teams got two big wins. East Hickman on the road in Waverly, and Loretto against crosstown rival here in Hickman County, the Hickman County Bulldogs. So we are excited to be bringing you this game. It is finally a beautiful night on a Friday. We have had some pretty terrible nights for weather. Tonight, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful. You can hear the cowbells already. It is homecoming here in East Hickman, and we are about ready to get underway. The ball is kicked and taken by number 6 for Loretto, and he's got a lot of room. He's got a whole bunch of room, and he is going to take it to the end zone on the opening kick. But there is a penalty flag further down the field. But he did run it back on the opening kickoff of the game, but we will have to see what the penalty flag is. Didn't even get to throw up the score bug before Loretto. Almost with an exclamation point to begin this game. But we will get the call as I zoom in here on the white hat to see what our first penalty call is of the game. That play took 15 seconds off of the clock. That was number 6 for Loretto, Corbin Reynolds, who took that one all the way back. If this stands, it'll be a touchdown for Loretto. The referees are looking and talking to each other, actually going to the Loretto sideline. So this one might actually be on East Hickman, and if it is, obviously that touchdown will stay on the board. But not a great start for the East Hickman Eagles, obviously. That's definitely not how you draw it up. But the ball was kicked to about the 23, 24-yard line when Reynolds picked it up. Ended up on a 76-yard touchdown run. If it stands, let's get the call. He's going to, where is he running to? And now he's coming to talk to the East Hickman side, but Loretto is going to line it up. So it looks like the touchdown will stand as called. And so on the opening kickoff, they take it back. And so we'll put the 6 points on the board for the Loretto Mustangs. I believe it must have been an after the play penalty. But either way, they are ready to line up and attempt the PAT. But again, the refs are still talking about it. So I do think we are ready to actually kick this ball and get the PAT. So the touchdown on the kick return will stand. And let's see if Loretto can add to it with an extra point, and it is good. And so our new score just 15 seconds in to the first quarter here in East Hickman. Loretto Mustangs 7, East Hickman 0. We will take a quick break and reset. All right, welcome back in. So our new score, 7-0 Loretto. The Mustangs take home the opening kickoff and will now kick it off to East Hickman. They will have their first opportunity to possess the ball. Weird little start to this one. I'm not going to lie to you. But we are ready to kick it off, and East Hickman is going to look to try to respond to the Loretto kick return touchdown to start this game. The kick is fielded, and he gets tackled at about the 41, 42-yard line. That was Malujan on the return, and so that will be where East Hickman will take over for their first time possessing the ball tonight.
Eagles will take over first and 10 at their own 42.
So it'll be East Hickman ball at their own 42-yard line as the Eagles offense, led by number 13, Dakota Ragsdale, takes on to the field. To his left is Matthew Sloan, the running back who's been phenomenal all season long. And he will get the first handoff. And that's a successful run for Sloan. A gain of about 4 on the first play from scrimmage for East Hickman or for any team. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles right around midfield. Ragsdale in the shotgun to his left, Sloan. He will hand it off to Sloan again, and he will run up the middle before he is met by a whole bunch of Mustangs. They don't bring him down, but they stop his forward progress. That was number 38, who I think will be credited with the stop. That was Preston Way, a senior from Loretto. So a good stop there by the Mustangs, and that will bring up 3rd down and 4. They will say he got 2 yards, which is a pretty nice spot. I don't know if he got 2 yards, but obviously the Eagles will take that one. They need to get to the Mustang 48 to get the first down here. So 3rd down and 4. East Hickman's first 3rd down play here. They will hand it to Sloan. And it looks like he got it. And they will move the chains. So 3 straight plays, 3 straight handoffs to Matthew Sloan. And he does what he does. And he moves the chain. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. This is their game. They are fine to run the ball. They don't have to be flashy. They know they just want to run the ball down your throat. And so far, so good for the Eagles. 3 plays, and they move the chains, and they're in Loretto territory already. 1st and 10 here. Ragsdale will hand it off to Sloan again. He runs to the right-hand side. He breaks 1 tackle and is able to stay on his feet to get some positive yards. He started at the 47, got across the 45 to the 44, so a gain of 3 for Sloan on that carry. And so that'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles. Ragsdale will get the call. He will walk over. He snaps it. He will actually fake it, hand on to it, and he makes a great little move, and he will get the first down. So that was Ragsdale on the keeper, and that will move the chains. Needed 7 to get the first down, got all the way down to the 34. That was a gain of 10, and it'll be 1st and 10 again for the East Hickman Eagles. This is the game that East Hickman is willing to play and loves to play. On the ground, they do not throw the ball a whole bunch. They do not make any bones about it. This has been their game pretty much all season long, and it has been very successful. They are 5-1 on the season, undefeated in district play. Here's the handoff. They'll run to the left-hand side. This time we do have a flag. It's Austin Weir on the carry, but this one I do believe will be coming back. We will see what the flag is. Clock stopped with 8:18 remaining, and it is a hold on the Eagles, so that will push them back 10 yards. And it'll be 1st down and 20.
The penalty brings the ball back to the 44-yard line. 1st and 20 for the Eagles.
So 1st down and 20 after the holding penalty for the Eagles, so they're pushed back 10 yards, back close to midfield. It'll be 1st and 20 from the 44. As Ragsdale will get the snap, he will fake it, he will hold on to it again, he will run up the middle, and he is hit hard at around the 39-yard line. So a gain of about 5, maybe 6 there on the 1st and 20 by Ragsdale. But a good positive gain to make it 2nd down and a little bit more manageable for the Eagles. Second down and 15 with 7.5 to go here in the 1st quarter. Ragsdale will fake the handoff, and he is going to hold it himself. He will actually flip it over to number 22. A good catch by number 22, Cash Jones of the Eagles. And that will be a gain of about 11. It'll break up 3rd down and much more manageable for the Eagles. A great head on a swivel play by Dakota Ragsdale to find his check down, get the ball out to Cash Jones, and it'll bring up 3rd down and considerably more manageable for the Eagles. 3rd and 4 at their own, or excuse me, at the Mustang 27. Here's the snap. They will hand it off to number 21. That's Matthew Sloan. And he keeps the legs moving and will get the 1st down. So the 3rd first down of this drive for the Eagles, and they will move the chains again, and it's now 1st and 10 right outside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Another really good play, just hard running by Matthew Sloan and these Eagles. And the chains continue to move. Ragsdale gets the snap. He will hand it to Sloan. Sloan goes right up the middle. Gets 2, maybe 3 yards on that one. It'll bring up 2nd down and medium for the Mustangs. Excuse me, for the Eagles.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Ball's at the 20-yard line.
They will officially mark that at 2nd down and 8, so a gain of 2 for Sloan. Sloan in motion. They will fake it and hand it to number 15. I believe that's Austin Weir, and he will go up the middle. And he will get to the 15, a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and a long 3. The ball at the 15-yard line.
Under 5 to go in a fast-moving first quarter. Loretto on the opening kickoff took it back for a touchdown. Their offense hasn't touched the ball. East Hickman's had it for about 7 minutes and counting. Ragsdale hands it off to Sloan. Sloan goes right up the middle, and he gets the first down, and his feet are still moving, and he will get inside the 5. They've whistled him dead, but he never stopped. He ended up in the end zone, but they will say his forward progress was stopped, and it'll be 1st and goal. For the Eagles, they'll mark him at the 5. Again, just what they've done all year. Another great play by Matthew Sloan and the Eagles as he kept those legs churning. But obviously the referee thought that his forward momentum had stopped, and therefore they whistled that one dead. But it will be 1st and goal from the 5. Ragsdale holds it, keeps it, and into the end zone. Touchdown, East Hickman. They answer with authority. What a great drive by East Hickman. So they answer. The Loretto Mustang kick return for a touchdown with their own drive that started at 11 minutes, 45 seconds and ends at 3:58. So almost an 8-minute drive by the Eagles to get within 1, and they will go for 2 here. They do not kick extra points a whole lot, if ever, and they don't look like they are going to do it here. So we've got Ragsdale in the shotgun to his right, or in the backfield to his right is Sloan. He will fake the handoff and keep it, and Ragsdale gets into the end zone. So East Hickman, on their first drive of the game, marches right down the field and takes the lead on Loretto. So our new score with 3 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The East Hickman Eagles 8, Loretto 7. All right, welcome back in here. 3:58 to go here in the first quarter. East Hickman with a 1-point lead. They kick it off, and it is just kneeled down at the 34-yard line. It was caught by number 7 of Loretto. If I can get the camera to move over, that was caught by number 7, Anderson Etienne. And so Loretto, their offense, despite having a 7 points on the scoreboard, will touch the ball for the first time tonight.
At their own 35-yard line.
And they will take over at their own 35-yard line. So for the first time tonight, we will see what the Loretto offense and the East Hickman defense have to offer us tonight as Loretto comes onto the field for the first time down a point. Here's the snap. They will fake the end around, hand it off to number 2, Nicholas McDowell. McDowell runs to the left side, and he is brought down by a host of Eagles. It looks like a gain of about 2, maybe 3 by McDowell. He ran a lot east-west, not as much north-south. But a great team defense there by East Hickman to bring him down. This Loretto offense is very potent. They put up a whole bunch of points this season, and they look to do the same here. They will hand it off up the middle, and absolutely nothing doing, just stopped by number 47 of East Hickman, Luke Fisher. A really great play by him to stop the run by number 2, Nicholas McDowell again, and it's already 3rd down for Loretto. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8. Loretto looking to throw for the first time. He has some time, and he's going to take off and run himself, and he is going to get the first down and much more, and he's finally tripped up. And it looks like the 35-yard line, but there is a penalty flag. The quarterback took off and ran, and he took off a really fantastic run, but it is going to come back. A holding on the Mustangs will wipe out that phenomenal run. And so that will push back Loretto. It was 3rd and 8. It'll be interesting to see where they mark that penalty because the flag was thrown around the 35. It should be a first down because it's from the, and it will be a first down because it's from the, it's a spot foul. The penalty is a spot foul. And so the penalty happened beyond the first down line. They're moving back 10 yards. That's still enough for a first down. So the Mustangs still get to keep the ball, but it's not as great as it was. But a quick throw out. And he is finally pushed out at the 37-yard line. A quick pass out to Smith for Loretto. And he runs down the sideline and quickly gets another first down for the Mustangs. With the clock stopped at 2:35. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the East Hickman 37-yard line. So like I said, this Loretto offense is quick pace. And that's what they've done immediately here. Quick throw out to number 6 for Loretto. That is Corbin Reynolds, and he is finally brought down at the 25-yard line, and that's yet another first down for the Mustangs. So they will move the chains quickly, and off they will go. They run a considerably different offense than what East Hickman runs. It's definitely quicker tempo. Here's the snap. Quick throw from number 13 over to intended for number 7, Anderson Etienne for Loretto. But the pass from number 13, Mason Tidwell, the quarterback, falls incomplete. So a big stop there for East Hickman to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Eagle 25. It was Malugan on defense there for the Eagles that made the great pass deflection to have that ball fall incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Quarterback will fake the handoff, throw it quick over to the left-hand side, but that pass is in and out of the hands of the far wide receiver. But there is a penalty flag on the play, so it'll be interesting to see what this is, and it is holding on Loretto, so that will push them back. He goes from 2nd and 10 to what looks like 2nd down and 20. Then we get the official call. They will accept it, so they will be pushed back 10 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 20 now from the Eagle 35-yard line. So Tidwell in the backfield in the shotgun. Tidwell gets the snap, and he's looking to throw. Tidwell is brought down with the sack. And there is another penalty flag, but the sack by number 24, Nathan Hobbs. I do believe it'll be another holding. It looks like a holding penalty, and it is. So another great play by the East Hickman defense. Holding on Loretto. That penalty is declined, so that will bring up 3rd down for Loretto. So that will move it all the way back to the 47-yard line. So a 1st and 10 that started at the 25 has moved back 22 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 32 for the Mustangs. I'm going to zoom out so you can even see where the other first down is. It's as far back as we can go, but if you see it on your screen, it's that little orange first down marker at the very right of your screen. But 3rd down and 32 for the Mustangs, and they will just hand it off. And the Eagles are going to let him get a whole bunch of yards, but not all 32. He will get brought down at the 31. And so a gain of about 16. So it'll be 4th and 16 or 4th and 15 here for Loretto. But it's certainly 4th down and considerably more manageable for the Mustangs. But they are going to call a timeout and think about it with 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. That's Loretto's first charge timeout of the game, or excuse me, of the half, as it'll be 4th and 15 from the Eagles' 30-yard line. So a great sequence of downs there by the East Hickman defense. And at this time, it'll give us a moment to thank our sponsors that make this possible. Thank you to all of our sponsors that make WNKX's presentations of high school sports happen. Our friends at MLEC, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, McDonald's Funeral Home, and Ascension St. Thomas. Please go support these local businesses. Again, without them, we simply would not be able to do these broadcasts, and we are so thankful for them. So, back to the action here. It's 4th down, 15. 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 4th and 15 from the 30. Tidwell gets the snap. He will flip it around. A little end-around action. That's number 8. Check that, number 6, who had it about a big stop. Corbin Reynolds on the end-around. Does not get the first down. He is hit and brought down by the Eagle defense, and they will take over. Turnover on downs. A massive stop by the East Hickman defense. And the offense will take over at their own 29, but a drive where it looked like Loretto was just going to do whatever they wanted as they marched right down the field. The East Hickman defense stiffens up and gets a turnover on down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for East Hickman at their own 29. The first snap, he will fake the handoff. Actually, excuse me. Everybody here was a little confused of who had the ball. Austin Weir on the carry. And they are saying that's enough for a first down. So quickly, East Hickman lines up, gives it up to Matthew Sloan, and he gets 2 right around midfield. That will not be enough for a first down, but 2 quick plays by East Hickman, and they are quickly moving the ball down the field as they're already right around midfield. So they will mark it officially at the 47-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles. This could be the last play of the first quarter if East Hickman so chooses. Number 7, Luke Owens in the backfield, replacing Matthew Sloan. Ragsdale gets the snap. He's just going to hold it and carry it up the middle, and he's got the first down and brought down on Mustang territory as time expires on the first quarter. So Dakota Ragsdale carries it, holds it, moves the chains, and so when we come back for the second quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. After 1 here at East Hickman, the Eagles 8, Loretto 7. You're listening to High School Sports on WNKX.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
Your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric. All right, welcome into the second quarter.
East Hickman has the ball, 1st and 10 in Mustang territory. First snap, more of the same. Dakota Ragsdale carries. He kind of tripped up. A gain of about 2 by Ragsdale, and it'll be 2nd down and about 8. He cut over to the right side. Looked like he kind of lost his footing a little bit. And they will mark it at the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 8. We've actually got a stoppage here as the refs talk about something. They officially stopped the clock with 11 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. They are talking about it, as you can see here. What is our call going to be? Personal foul, chop block on East Hickman. So that will be a 15-yard penalty on East Hickman. So that will definitely, obviously, move them back. And that marks them all the way back to the 38, their own 38. So that 15-yard penalty looks like it will prove costly. So it'll be 1st down and 25 for the Eagles. And it'll be interesting to see if this changes up how they're going to call their plays here at all. Ragsdale gets the snap, hands it off to Sloan. He runs to the right. He's got a whole bunch of room. There he goes all the way down before he is finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Matthew Sloan does not care about your 1st and 25. He's just going to run it to the right-hand side, found a gap, and will move the chains for this East Hickman Eagles offense. So a remarkable run by Sloan there. It was 1st down and 25. That does not bother East Hickman in the least, and they get right back to essentially where they started from in one play, and they will move the chains. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the Mustang 35. Another handoff to Sloan. He runs up the middle again, and he takes a couple Mustangs to finally bring him down at about the 28-yard line. Make it the 27.
Make that the 27-yard line. 2nd and short.
And it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles. So again, whenever Sloan is running like this, it makes the play calling considerably easier for this staff. If you're picking up 8 or 9 yards each 1st down, you pretty much have everything at your disposal. And so far, that's been the story for the Eagles offense. They will fake the handoff. Ragsdale's going to keep it. He's got a whole bunch of room on the left-hand side. One man to beat, number 18. And he's able to get a couple extra yards before he's finally brought down. His helmet ripped off. But I don't see a penalty flag there, but a great run by Ragsdale before he is finally brought down by the Loretto defenseman, Jackson Robertson. And that will move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Mustang 13. So they are right outside 1st and goal, but they're in the red zone again. And again, this offense has been phenomenal all season long. And they're doing it again here. 9.5 to go in the 1st half. East Hickman leads 8-7. 1st and 10 from the 12. That is not Ragsdale under center. That's Daniel Redden. Redden will hand it off to number 7, Luke Owens, and he had a whole bunch of room, and he gets down to the 4. It's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 2nd down and 1. East Hickman can get a 1st down without a touchdown, but a fantastic quick run there by Luke Owens after the quarterback switch. Weir came in for Ragsdale there, and now Ragsdale is back in the game for the Eagles. So it'll be 2nd down and a very teeny tiny 1 for the Eagles. Ragsdale gets the snap. We'll hand it off to number 7, Luke Owens again. He keeps the legs moving, and he will be brought down just short of the goal line but that will be enough to move the chain, so it'll be first down and goal from around the 1. So the Eagles are officially banging on the door.
That's a Clark Heating and Cooling first and goal for the East Hickman at the 1. I think that's 2-yard line.
Ragsdale gets the call and walks in and tells his teammates what is East Hickman going to do here on the first and goal. But before we do that, we've got a whistle and I believe a timeout by East Hickman. And so with exactly 8 minutes remaining in the first half, East Hickman will use their first timeout of the half. They will have 2 remaining. We will take a quick break as well. You're listening to WNKX Sports. All right, welcome back in after the timeout by East Hickman, their first charge timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. Loretto also has 2 remaining timeouts. We will see if that comes into play any here as we inch closer to halftime. So 8 minutes exactly to go here in the second quarter as it's first down and goal from the 2 for East Hickman. Ragsdale gets the snap. Number 15, Austin Weir on the end around, and he walks in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Eagles. And they extend their 1-point lead to 7. It's now 14-7. And they will go for 2 in hopes to extend their lead to a 2-possession game. The score 14-7 after the touchdown by the Eagles. That was Austin Weir on the touchdown carry. And 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for East Hickman as they go for 2 here. Here's the quick snap. They will hand it off to Sloan, and he is right up the middle and hits pay dirt. And the 2-point conversion is good. And our new score with 7 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the first half. East Hickman 16, Loretto 7. So 2 fantastic drives by East Hickman. Both end up the exact same way, and that is with a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So right now, through about 16 or so minutes played, the Loretto Mustangs have had no answer for the East Hickman offense. And this has been East Hickman's bread and butter all year long. They've been able to run the ball and run the ball effectively. And so far, no one in the district has been able to stop them as they have their 3-0 record. But we are ready to kick the ball off back to Loretto. A small little kick. It is fielded and fair caught by number 7 of Loretto, Anderson Etienne. And it'll be fair caught at around the 35, I believe. They will mark it at the 35. Check that, the 36. And that will be where Loretto takes over. This is just the second time that they've had the ball. If you're wondering how they scored, they took home the opening kickoff of the game. A 75 kickoff return for a touchdown for Loretto is how they got on the board first. Their offense turned the ball over the last time they had it, and now they've got it for a second time. A quick throw, and he is wide open. That's number 10 for Loretto, Nate Tucker. And a quick strike. From Mason Tidwell. Tidwell had all day long to throw it. He stood back there, found his open man. I said that was Nate Tucker. That was actually number 18, Jackson Robertson. And just like that, Loretto says, hey, we're still here. And they get on the board to trim the lead to 3. And now they are going to go for 2 to try to make it a 1-point game. Here's the snap, number 13, Tidwell running over to the right-hand side, trying to find a man. He tries to get it to the far corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. The pass was caught, but he was pushed out of bounds, and so the 2-point conversion is no good. And our new score with 7 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Our new score, East Hickman 16, Loretto 13. So a very quick strike by this Mustang offense. I said off the jump that this Loretto offense has been fantastic. This has the makings to be a very high-scoring game. And through about 17 minutes played here, it has been exactly that. So our new score again, Eagles 16, Mustangs 13, as Loretto will kick the ball off back to the East Hickman offense. Chambers to kick for the Mustangs. Here's the kick, a very good kick. It'll be dropped and actually finally picked up at around the 3. A good move by number 4, Daniel Redden of East Hickman, but a late penalty flag comes in, but he was able to scoop that up off the bounce and get some moderately positive yards, but there is a penalty flag on the play, and it looks like it might be on the East Hickman special teams. Personal foul. Actually, check that. It'll be on the Mustangs. So a great break for the Eagles after it looked like they were going to be starting deep in their own territory. They will actually be able to get the ball at their own 38-yard line, which is considerably better, obviously. And so the Eagles will take over for their 3rd time having the ball. They've been very successful the first 2 times, both resulting in touchdowns and successful 2-point conversions. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 38. The first play is a handoff to Sloan. He runs to the right side and he falls down. And that will be a loss of 3 after Sloan, unfortunately, slipped and fell, and he will actually come off kind of limping. Hopefully that's not serious. He, again, has been their workhorse all season long, but a loss of 3 there. It'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Eagles. As you can see, just a complete different style of pace of play here. You've got Loretto, who is very quick to the line. East Hickman, very methodical, likes to kill as much clock. Their first successful touchdown drive was almost 8 minutes long. Here's the handoff to number 7. That's Luke Owens, and Luke Owens is still running. He kept those legs moving. He was hit pretty quick, but he was able to get a gain of 10 to make it 3rd down and 3. A really great run by Owens there. It looked like it was going to be a slim gain at best, but a gain of 10 makes this 3rd down considerably more manageable for the East Hickman offense. Here's the 3rd down and 3. They will hand it off to number 7. Actually, check that. Was that Matthew Sloan? It was not. That was number 8, Luke Owens, on the carry, and he is able to move the chains for the 1st down. Check that, Drake Cole, who carried that, and he's able to get the ball into Mustang territory and, most importantly, move the chains on that 3rd down and 3. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles in Loretto territory. They'll mark it at the 48-yard line. Little end around, number 15, Weir has it. Weir up the middle. He's still moving those legs, and he is brought down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 17 by Austin Weir, and that moves the chains again. And this East Hickman offense continues to chug along. And it'll be, they move the chains once more, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the Mustang 31-yard line. The Eagles have really mixed it up of who they're handing it off to. You've seen Drake Cole get the ball some, Luke Owens get the ball some, Austin Weir get the ball some, and of course, number 21, Matthew Sloan get the ball. Everyone's kind of getting a hand in it tonight. Ragsdale gets the snap and will hand it off to number 7, Luke Owens. And Luke Owens keeps the legs moving, and guess what? Another 1st down for the Eagles. A gain of 13. And Luke Owens gets a 1st down, and he is pumped as he comes to the sideline. And in comes Matthew Sloan. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they are in the red zone again. They have had 3 drives, and each of them have gotten to the red zone. They're hoping this one is as successful as the first 2 were. Ragsdale gets the snap, will fake the handoff. He will run it himself, and he is brought down across the 15. And that'll be a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. So a lot of misdirection, but Dakota Ragsdale ends up holding on to it. And it'll bring up 2nd down as we are under 4 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter with East Hickman up 3 points, 16-3. 16-13, excuse me. Sloan on the carry. He's across the 10, across the 5 before he's finally brought down. Sloan does it again, moves the chains, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Ball is at the 6.
Again, what's been phenomenal to watch is that East Hickman has not thrown the ball all game long. They have not even acted like they have any interest in throwing the ball. But Loretto has had absolutely zero answer for this East Hickman run offense. Let's see if they can get a stop here. It's 1st and goal from the 5. Ragsdale gets the snap, hands it to Sloan. Sloan up the middle, and Sloan to pay dirt again. Touchdown, East Hickman. To answer my question, if Loretto had an answer for this run offense, the answer to that question at this point is no. So 3 drives for East Hickman, all with 3 touchdowns. And for the 3rd time tonight, they will also try to go for 2 to make this a 24-13 game. They are already having a 2-possession game, but they are going to hope to extend the lead a little bit. Ragsdale kept it, and he is not going to get there. And so for the first time tonight, the 2-point conversion is no good, but our new score with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter, East Hickman 22, Loretto 13. So as we get to the final 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, just a little housekeeping. 2 timeouts for East Hickman, 2 timeouts for Loretto. So they've got both time and timeouts on their side. Loretto did get the ball to start the game. So if you're the Mustangs, you're probably hoping to get on the board here before halftime, as this high-powered East Hickman offense will get the ball back, and they have not been close to stopping them. And as they kick the ball, before they do that, we've got a penalty flag by the ref here on the near side. Might have been offside on the kicking team, so if it is, it'll just move it back 5 yards, and they'll do it again. It was an illegal procedure on the Eagles, and so that will move it back 5 yards. So instead of kicking it from the 40, they will now kick it from the 35. A beautiful night here in East Hickman, 72 degrees, absolutely clear, and just exactly what these fans and these boys were hoping for, because they have had truly awful weather pretty much all season long. It feels like it's either been 1,000 degrees or coming an absolute monsoon. So both teams probably thrilled for that. A little chip kick is fielded by number 46 of Loretto, number 45, Logan Long. He just caught it and will take over at their own 48-yard line. So after being burned on the opening kickoff of the game that got returned for a touchdown, East Hickman has had absolutely no interest in kicking the ball long since that got returned for a touchdown. They've been little squib kicks the rest of the game so far, and it's more of the same here. So Loretto will have the ball right around midfield with a lot of time to go with. Their 13, Tidwell hit as he throws, and that pass falls incomplete safely for the Mustangs. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Mason Tidwell was back to throw, but the East Hickman defense was able to get there quickly and hit him as he threw, and that ball falls incomplete. Second down and 10. Tidwell to throw again. Here comes pressure. He's running back, and he is going to be brought down way in the backfield, all the way back to the 40-yard line. He started running backwards, and the East Hickman defenders were faster than he was. And he's brought down at the 40, a loss of 9. It'll be 3rd down and 19 after the sack by the Eagles. Tidwell will run to the right side. He's looking for someone. He is going to throw on the run, and the pass is complete. But it's not enough for a first down, but it will get across the midfield to about the 47-yard line. It was caught by number 12 of Loretto, Hunter Smith. And so now it will be decision time for the Mustangs as we're under a minute and a half to go. Neither team using their timeouts, but it will be 4th down and 7 for the Mustangs, and they are keeping their offense out there. It looks like they are going to go for it, or at least let the play clock run down before calling their timeout. And I believe that is exactly what they are going to do. As we are under 55 seconds. And there's the timeout with 52 seconds on the clock. Loretto will call their second charge timeout to think about this just a little bit more. It'll be 4th and 7 from the Eagle 48, so they're right around midfield. The Eagles have 2 timeouts as we kind of have a little bit of decision-making time here for the Loretto coaching staff. If they decide to kick it down, they probably could be able to pin the Eagles down deep. But they do have 2 timeouts. If you're Loretto, you kind of also have to think about you have not done a good job at all stopping the East Hickman offense. And if this is going to turn into a shootout, you want to make sure to have as much points as you can. And it does look like Loretto is going to punt this. Fourth down and 7. Loretto brings on the punting unit. The snap, the punt is a good one. It will hit and roll out of bounds inside the 20. They will mark it at about the 19 yard line. And so with exactly 44 seconds remaining in the first half, the Eagles will be taking over the ball, but we do have a penalty flag. So let's see what that is about. And it's on East Hickman. It's a, actually check that. That penalty was a false start on Loretto. That penalty is declined. So Loretto brought the special teams unit back out there. They are going to go back off the field. And so after all is said and done, East Hickman will have the ball with 44 seconds remaining here in the first half. They will officially mark the ball at their own 18-yard line. So about 82 yards to go for the Eagles. They've got 44 seconds to do it and 2 timeouts. Ragsdale gets the snap. He will pitch it over to Matthew Sloan. He runs to the right side, and he is hit at the 25-yard line. The ball is loose, and are they saying he is down? They are going to rule him down. So the clock will continue to run, but he got a gain of 7. It looks like East Hickman is fine to let the clock run out. They do not have to run another play if they don't want to. They will get the ball to start the second half, and I do believe that may be it. That is going to be it for the first half, as East Hickman has no interest in running another play. So we will hit halftime here in East Hickman. And after 24 minutes, the East Hickman Eagles lead the Loretto Mustangs by a score of 22-13. So a phenomenal first half by the East Hickman offense. And an equally great job by the East Hickman defense to stop and slow down this high-powered Loretto offense. They have put up points all season long on pretty much everybody they've played, but a really phenomenal game so far for East Hickman. So again, through 24 minutes, East Hickman 22, Loretto 13. We have hit halftime. We will be back in 20 minutes after halftime is over. Stick with us. We will talk to you soon.
It's game time. WNKX welcomes you to this live presentation of local high school sports, made possible by our community advertising partners.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cool electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
Your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
Welcome back into East Hickman after halftime, where our score after 24 minutes of play is East Hickman 22, Loretto 13. We are back and ready to kick off for the second half in what is a massive game and has a ton of district implications on the final standing. So if you were just joining us, East Hickman 5-1 on the season. They are 3-0 in the district. Loretto 4-2 with just one loss in the district, that loss coming to Summertown. So Loretto 4-2, 3-1 in the district. And so this game is a massive one for that first spot in the district. And so as we get ready to kick off the second half, it'll be Loretto kicking it off to East Hickman. It's a kick, and it's a little onside kick, but before we do that, we had a whistle and a penalty flag. So Loretto tried to be a little tricky there, have some little trickeration, and before they are able to do that, we've got a penalty flag. Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties here in the booth. Finally, Loretto's able to kick it off, and he is brought down. I did not see who returned that for East Hickman, but he is going to be brought down at the 25 as the clock is continuing to run. He's not stopped the clock, and finally he stops it with 11:43 to go in the third quarter. That was an awfully long kick return that really wasn't that long to begin with, but 17 seconds did elapse. So it'll be 1st and 10 no matter what. East Hickman has the ball. They have a 9-point lead. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. At their own 25. Ragsdale gets the snap. The first handoff is to Sloan. He goes up the middle and is brought down across the 30. They will mark him at the 31. But so far, East Hickman picks up right where they left off. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for East Hickman. Another quick handoff to Sloan again, and another gain of about 6 or 7, and that's enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. You've got to assume in the locker room during halftime, the Loretto coaches were pleading for a way to figure out how to stop this East Hickman offense, and so far they still have 0 answers for it. This is the 5th time that East Hickman's had the ball. The 4th one was an abbreviated possession as they let the clock run out to go to halftime. But in their full possessions, they have scored each and every time that they've gotten the ball, and they're looking to do that again here. Ragsdale gets the snap. He will hand off to Weir. He will run over to the left-hand side, and he's got a whole bunch of room. Across midfield and finally brought down just outside across the 45. They will mark it down at the 44. And another fantastic run, that time by Weir. And that's good for a 1st and 10 again for East Hickman. They will officially mark him down at the 44-yard line. And again, as we said, just picking up exactly where they left off in the first half. And with 10 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in the third quarter, it's more of the same than what we saw earlier. A handoff to Sloan. He runs up the middle, puts his head down, and keeps the legs going. And he is right at the first down marker. They will mark him just short, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. But this has been the story of the game so far. Every time that East Hickman has ran the ball, they've gotten 7, 8, 9 yards pretty frequently, and Loretto has not been able to put them in 3rd down and long situations to potentially get the defense off the field. And East Hickman has made them pay to the tune of 22 points through 24 minutes to play. So we're under 10 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 1. The snap, the handoff to number 7, that's Luke Owens. Luke Owens has room up the middle, and he will move the chains again. Across the 30, brought down at around the 28. And that will move the chains again for these East Hickman Eagles. And it'll be 1st and 10. They will mark him at the 27 of the Mustangs. So again, they have done this all night long, pretty much all season long, and Loretto just looking for answers. First and 10. Ragsdale gets the snap. He will fake the handoff, and he will keep it and run up the middle, and he gets tackled at around the 21-yard line, a gain of 6 by Ragsdale. There's been a whole bunch of misdirection by East Hickman all game long. Is Sloan going to get the ball? Is Austin Weir going to get the ball? Is Ragsdale going to keep it? Is it going to be Luke Owens? Loretto has definitely been kept on their toes and have not been able to find an answer. And so it'll be 2nd down and 3 now, as East Hickman is knocking on the door of the red zone once again. Ragsdale gets the snap. He will hand it off to Weir going around the left-hand side on the end around. He is tackled, an arm tackle, but he breaks it. And he's finally brought down, but we do have a penalty flag on the far side of the field. Fans hoping it's a face mask. The Loretto fans hoping it's a hold. And it is going to be a personal foul face mask on the Eagles, is what the referee signaled. They're still talking about it. Tito SAA refs do a great job, but they have been known to point the wrong way. But it will be, it looks like, on the Eagles, a personal foul face mask penalty on East Hickman. So that will push the Eagles back to the 35-yard line. So what was going to be 2nd down and very short has now turned into 2nd down and 18 for the Eagles, as the referee winds the clock. So 2nd down and 18 from the Loretto Mustang 35. Ragsdale gets the snap. This time it's Sloan up the middle, and he is in a foot race, and he scores! Touchdown! Matthew Sloan and the East Hickman Eagles right up the middle for the 35-yard scamper. For Matthew Sloan, his 2nd time hitting pay dirt. Touchdown, East Hickman, and they extend their lead to 15, looking to make it 17 as they go for the 2-point conversion. So, personal foul, face mask penalty be darned. It does not affect the locomotive that has been the East Hickman offense. They've been absolutely running it down Loretto's throat. They do it there again, and they will go for 2. It looks like Ragsdale keeps it. He's looking for the end around, and he will get there for the 2-point conversion, but there is a penalty flag, and it will be on East Hickman. I did not get the call for what it is, but the 2-point conversion will be no good. So our score remains 28-13 at this time. Holding on East Hickman is the official call, so that will push them back from the original try, which is at the 2. We're moving back to the, check out the 13. It's at the 3. They'll mark it at the 13-yard line. So it'll be, they will try the 2-point conversion. They will add just a little bit of extra difficulty to it. A pitch to the right, Sloan. Sloan's got some room, but he will be brought down about 5 yards short of the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will be no good. But the most important part for East Hickman, our new score, with 7 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. East Hickman 28, Loretto 13. Welcome back in as East Hickman kicks the ball, another short one, and it's just fallen on by the Mustangs. And they will take over at their own 43-yard line. So, still a lot of time to go, but if you're the Loretto Mustangs, you are kind of getting into the danger zone here, as it's a 15-point game. It's a 2-possession game still, so this game is not over. But their defense has not shown any ability to stop the East Hickman offense. And so if you are on the offensive side of the ball for the Mustangs, you are hoping and needing to get some points and get some points pretty quickly. That looked like a little bit of a damaged play. Mason Tidwell kept it. And he was stopped after a short gain of about 2 or 3. And we do have a whistle. And I don't know what the whistle is for. Oh, number 24, actually, for East Hickman. That's Nathan Hobbs is the one who comes off. So they'll actually say no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. And the refs are going to stop play to talk about it for just a moment. They're best friends. They love to see what each other's doing. Get a little quick update. What's the after game? Dinner reservations, so on, so forth. But we are ready to play. 2nd down and 10. Clock running. Tidwell gets the snap. He is going to look the throw. And he is actually going to just keep it. He hits the 40 to the 35 to the 30. He's still going to the 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Loretto and Mason Tidwell. It was a play that looked like it was absolutely going to go for nothing. All of a sudden went for the touchdown. So these Mustangs are not going to go away, and now they are going to go for 2 to try to make it a 1-possession game. A 55-yard run by Mason Tidwell there. And it's going to be a quick handoff by the number 2, Nicholas McDowell. He saw those boys in blue there, literally turned around and ran backwards, and did not get the 2-point conversion. So importantly, for East Hickman, it still remains a 2-possession game. So our new score was 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. East Hickman 28, Loretto 19.
In the pep rally competition.
So officially that run by Mason Tidwell was a 57-yard run by Tidwell and quickly changed the complexion of this game. But again, if you're East Hickman and if you're Loretto, interestingly enough, they did not go for the extra point to make it a 1-possession game. They went for 2, did not get it. So it is still a 2-possession game with 7:11 remaining in the third quarter. A good kick by Loretto, and it will hit and roll out of bounds. And so it will be a touchback, so East Hickman will take over at their own 20-yard line. And if you're East Hickman, probably don't change anything you've been doing. It's worked incredibly well all game long. They've had the ball essentially 4 times. Actually 5 times, but one it went to halftime. But they've had the ball 4 times, and all of it has went for a touchdown. This is now officially the 6th possession of the game for East Hickman, and they are 4 for 5. And they are looking to keep that going here as they will take over from their own 20. And again, a lot of room, 80 yards to go here for East Hickman. If they keep those chains going and how they manage the clock, this could be a long drive. And our first play is a run by Sloan. He runs to the left side before he's finally brought down by a couple of Mustangs. But again, that's some positive yards on first down, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for East Hickman. So what East Hickman has been able to do all game long is just get such positive yards on first down, has made it hard for off the field, and that's been how East Hickman has been able to be so successful. Next play, another handoff to Sloan up the middle, and a gain of about 2 or 3, but this will bring up something that has not happened a lot tonight for Loretto, and it is a 3rd down. They have not stopped the Eagles on 3rd down at all tonight. And if you're Loretto, it seems like as good a time as any to try to get off the field here. So it'll be officially 3rd down and 2 at around the 28-yard line. Here's the snap. And he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The ball is out, and Loretto thinks they have it. And officially, they do. A fumble by Ragsdale. And Loretto is going to come up with the ball in excellent field position. They will take over at the 20-yard line, and just like that, this game has really turned. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Loretto at the 20-yard line. So a 3rd down stop finally for the Mustangs has them in great position. First play is a handoff to number 2, Nicholas McDowell, and an unbelievable tackle by who was that who tackled him? It was Matthew Sloan on the tackle. He caught him and threw him back. It looked like he was going to get some fantastic yardage there, but Sloan, the two-way phenom, stops him in his tracks. And it is a 6-yard gain, though. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Inside the red zone are the Mustangs at the 16-yard line as we hit the 5-minute mark. Here's Tidwell will hold it, he will keep it, and he will run into the end zone. Touchdown, Loretto. Mason Tidwell on the 16-yard run into the end zone. And just like that, what looked like a game that was getting away from the Mustangs, it is now all of a sudden just a 3-point game. And they are going to bring out the special teams. It looks like they are going to kick the extra point here to try and make it a 2-point game. The hold, the snap, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And so our new score with 4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter, East Hickman 28, Loretto 26. All right, so this game has really taken a Loretto turn. What looked like a game that was going to potentially get away from Loretto, they now have it just a 2-point game. And they will be kicking it off back to East Hickman. Another good kick. This time it will be fielded. He will hit the 20. He's still up, but he is brought down at about the 21. So ends up getting about to where it was going to be anyway. If he'd let it be a touchback, he gets to the 21. It was Daniel Redden who was the one who was able to return it. And so it'll be interesting to see how the East Hickman offense responds after their first time really getting stopped. They had a turnover, a fumble that was recovered by Loretto, gave the Mustangs excellent field position. And Loretto made absolutely no mistake about it. They were able to put the ball into the end zone to make this just a 2-point game with 4:44 remaining in the third quarter. Ragsdale gets the snap, will hand it to Sloan. Sloan is met by some Mustangs and tackled. Number 6 for Loretto, Corbin Reynolds, is the one to officially bring him down, if he actually ever went down, but at least stop his forward momentum. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after a gain of 4 by Sloan. Second down and 6. Here's the snap, the fake, the handoff. Ragsdale's going to keep it, and he is going to get the first down across the 35 before he's finally brought down. And that will move the chains. East Hickman definitely needed to see that after it felt like they were hitting their adversity for the first time tonight. They were able to move the chains. They go quick. A handoff to Sloan. Sloan up the middle, and he is tackled. A gain of 1, if that, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. So they went fast there, tried to get Loretto a little bit off track after, East Hickman is not one to go up tempo. They tried to kind of sneak one in there, and Loretto was absolutely not fooled at all. And it's now 2nd down and 9. At the 36. 3 minutes to go. Handoff. I believe that's Weir. And Weir get across the 40 to about the 42. So about 6 yards for Weir on the carry, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles. The Loretto fans making some noise as they are back. That was Luke Owens who they handed the ball off. He got a decision time for East Hickman. It looks like they are going to keep the off and finally driven out of bounds and into the bleachers. That was a little dirty by the Loretto. Corbin Reynolds was the one who tackled him. He drove him all the way into the bleachers that are at the bottom of your screen. And the flags came in from every which way, and it will be a personal foul late hit penalty on Loretto. That's about as clear and easy as they come if you're a referee. So after the first down, the personal foul will move the ball 15 more yards for East Hickman. And so that will get the ball to the 33 is where they will mark it. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. So a massive 4th down conversion. The first down was gotten by Ragsdale, but the 15-yard penalty certainly helps things out if you're East Hickman, but we've got another whistle. This is a referee timeout. They didn't have a ball. You know you need a ball. You need a ball to play the sport, or else we're just out here having fun. So the referees realize their error, find a football, and we're going to play it. 1st and 10 at the Loretto 33. Here's the snap. Ragsdale fakes the handoff to Sloan, and he's going to keep it. And he is going to hit the 25-yard line inside the 25 before he's brought down just short of the first down. But there is a penalty flag on the play. And let's see who this goes against. Personal foul against Loretto. And so the 2nd consecutive personal foul penalty on Loretto will move the ball up 15 more yards. And after it looked like Loretto was seizing the momentum a little bit, they're starting to wilt, and the East Hickman Eagles are inside the 12-yard line. They will officially mark it at the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 East Hickman with 1:10 and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter. One minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ragsdale will hand it off to Sloan. Sloan right up the middle. He puts his head down and will be brought down just before the 5. They'll mark him at the 6, so a gain of 7. And that will be 2nd down and about 3 for East Hickman. So they can score, or excuse me, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, and they will have to run just one more play before the end of the 3rd quarter. They cannot let this clock run out. They will have to run one more play. Here's the snap. Ragsdale will keep it. He will run to the left side. He's still running, gets the legs moving, and they are going to signal that he is just short of the goal line. They will mark him down at the 1. They will give him the first down. They will restart the clock, and East Hickman will take it to the 4th quarter. We've played 36 minutes here at East Hickman, and the Eagles lead Loretto by a score of 28-26. We will go to the other end of the field, and we will reset for the final 12 minutes. We've got a great one here. You are listening to East Hickman Sports on WNKX.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
Your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
Welcome back in to WNKX Sports. We are here at East Hickman where we are getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Where East Hickman currently leads the Loretto Mustangs by a score of 28-26. It's been a fantastic game, and we are happy that you are here with us. And you could not be here with us without our wonderful sponsors, MLEC, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, McDonald Funeral Home, and Ascension St. Thomas. They make all this happen. And again, we could not do this without them. So if you're just joining us, the score 28-26, East Hickman leads. And as we begin the fourth quarter, East Hickman is absolutely beating down the door for another touchdown. It's first and goal, Eagles, at the 1 yard line. As we get into the fourth quarter, both teams have all three timeouts. Here's the snap. They will hand it to Sloan, and he is hit. He's still pushing. They're pushing him in, and they will mark him just short. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he kept the legs moving. The team came in to try to push him in. It was very kind of Philadelphia Eagles tush push. Kind of happened on accident there, but ended up being no gain. It'll be second down and goal from the 1 after all was said and done. East Hickman probably doesn't really mind that, as that will make the clock continue to run. Instead of scoring a touchdown in the first 4 or 5 seconds, they will get to reset, do it right again, and the clock will continue to run. So 11 minutes and 20 seconds and counting remaining in regulation. Ragsdale in the shotgun to his right is Sloan. The snap. The handoff to Sloan, and he waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, East Hickman. His third time reaching pay dirt tonight. And now this 2-point conversion looms very large. As if they can get this 2-point conversion, it'll be a 2-score game. If they don't, it'll remain a 1-possession game. So a massive play here, as East Hickman essentially refuses to ever kick a PAT. If they had a kicker, this would be a heck of a time to use one, because that would make it a 2-possession game, but they like their chances to just go for 2. But we do have a penalty flag, and it was on Loretto. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So they were asking the coaches to see if they want to enforce it here or enforce it on the kickoff. And if you're East Hickman, you'd probably rather enforce it here. So let's get the call from the ref. So the touchdown is good. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on Loretto. So they are going to enforce it, it looks like, on the kickoff, because they are not moving the ball. It would go from the 3 to the 1.5. So I do believe they will probably end up just taking it on the kickoff. So here we go. So here comes the 2-point conversion. A massive play here in this one. Ragsdale keeps it right up the middle, and he gets the 2-point conversion. And so a very successful drive for the East Hickman Eagles as they put 8 on the board and push this game to a 2-possession game. The new score with 11:08 remaining in regulation. East Hickman 36, Loretto 26. So 11 minutes and 8 seconds remain in regulation. East Hickman with a 10-point lead, about to kick the ball off back to Loretto. This has been a high-scoring game, which we kind of expected coming into this one, with both offense being more than capable of putting up points. Another little squib kick, and that one is caught at the 42-ish. Ever since East Hickman, the first play of the game, if you're just joining us, Loretto got the opening kick and ran it 75 yards for the touchdown. Ever since that happened, East Hickman has had absolutely zero interest in kicking the ball deep. Literally zero interest whatsoever. They've done the little flub kicks, and it has given Loretto excellent field position, but East Hickman seems willing to make that trade and give them excellent field position and try to keep the ball out of the hands out of the dangerous Loretto kick returners. And we've got a whistle and a timeout by Loretto. Those timeouts are probably going to come in handy, and if you're Loretto, you definitely do not want to use your timeout on the first play coming out after the possession change, but that is what Loretto is going to have to do on this incredibly important drive, as they are down 10 points. So Loretto will call their first charge timeout of the half. They'll have 2 remaining. East Hickman has 3. And at this time, we will thank our sponsors once again. MLEC, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, McDonald's Funeral Home, and Ascension St. Thomas. Thank you for your support of WNKX High School Sports, be it East Hickman and Hickman and Hickman County, I should say. They've been great sponsors, and we are so thankful for them. We are back after the timeout. The Mustangs officially take over at their own 43-yard line. Tidwell gets the snap. He will run to the left-hand side. He's looking for someone open. He will throw in the air, and the pass is incomplete, intended for number 2, Nicholas McDowell. That pass falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
No. Correction.
Are they saying he caught that? They are going to say he caught the ball.
The pass was complete. 1st and 10 Mustangs.
So the pass is ruled complete. All of us, the most important people here, the people in the press box, we all thought that was incomplete. The referees, the people considerably closer, thought it was complete. So we will say that they are right. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They are in Eagle territory pretty quickly on one play. They hand the ball off to McDowell up the middle, and he gets a couple of yards to the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Clock is definitely not a friend of the Mustangs. Tidwell gets the snap. He will run to the right-hand side, and he's just going to keep this one. He hits the 35 and brought down inside the 35. They will mark him officially at the 34-yard line. A great run by Tidwell. That will move the chains again. 1st and 10 for Loretto as the clock begins to run after they move the chains. Under 10 to go in regulation. Tidwell gets the snap. Will hand it off to number 18, Jackson Robertson. He runs to the left-hand side. He's got some room. He's got the 1st down and finally pushed out of bounds by East Hickman, but not before a gain of about, give him about 14. He's inside the 20. And so he started the 34. They officially mark him at the 19. So a gain of 15 on the run. And Loretto moves the chains again. And just that quickly, they are inside the red zone with 9:43 remaining. And the clock stopped. A bad snap. I think that snap, it might have been a direct snap to the running back. But whatever happened, we do have a penalty flag, and it is a false start or illegal procedure against the Mustangs. So the ball ended up on the ground. Loretto did jump on it. But all of that for naught, as it will be a 5-yard penalty on Loretto, so it'll push them back outside the red zone to the 24. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Mustangs. Here's the snap. Tidwell will run to the right side, looking for a block. He hits the 20, brought down at the 15, actually checked out the 16. So about a gain of 8 by Tidwell on the carry. East Hickman probably thankful that was not a horse collar tackle. They got the hands up in the collar area. No flag on the play there. And it's now 2nd down. Handoff to number 18 again. That's Robertson. Robertson takes it. He beats a tackle, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Loretto. He kept fighting. East Hickman could not bring him down. And Loretto answers again. And it's back to a 1-score game. So our new score, with 8 minutes and 57 seconds remaining, East Hickman 36, Loretto 32, and they are going to attempt the attempt the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is right down the middle. It is good.
With 8:58 remaining in the game.
So our new score, with 8 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in regulation, East Hickman 36, Loretto 33. So a whole bunch of scoring. If you're looking for defense, turn this stream off. Go try to find something else because you're not going to find it here. We have exactly 69 points scored in this one. A nice number on a nice Friday night here in Middle Tennessee. So our score 36 for East Hickman, 33 for Loretto. And Loretto will boot it back to East Hickman, or maybe they will try to do some trickery, maybe get an onside kick here, as their defense has had little to no answer for the East Hickman offense. They will kind of try an onside kick. The ball's still loose, but it does look like East Hickman is able to jump on it. So that got really scary there for just a brief minute, but I do believe the East Hickman player was the one who was able to finally jump on it. And so it will be East Hickman ball, and we do have an injured Mustang. The way that they are stretching him out, hopefully it's just a cramp. But with 8 minutes and 55 seconds, the medical team will run onto the field as we have an injury timeout. But East Hickman will take over the ball, it looks like at their own 37-yard line, in what is definitely now the most important drive of the game as they cling to their 3-point lead. So if you're East Hickman, obviously you want to score a touchdown. A touchdown here would make it a 2-possession game, even if they do not get the 2-point conversion. And if they could score again, time would definitely not be the friend of Loretto. But if you're a Mustang fan, you have to be definitely thrilled at just how quickly Loretto has been able to get the ball down and score. They have marched down the field in quick play and quick time of it. They've been able to do it and make it look easy, especially here in the second half. So East Hickman
If you're East Hickman, you're probably hoping to kill as much time as you possibly can on this drive and eventually punch it in. So East Hickman has the ball again at their own 36-yard line. First play is a run by Dakota Ragsdale, a gain of 3 on Ragsdale. It was a quarterback keeper.
Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
They will actually give it to the 40. The refs love the even numbers. Second down and 6 from the 40 for the Eagles. And again, you will not see them rush, nor should they. As they look to try to take as much time away from Loretto as they possibly can. Here's the snap. They will hand it to Sloan. Sloan goes up the middle, and he is brought down by a host of Mustangs. It looks like they will give him a gain of 1, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 at the 41.
3rd and 5, the ball at the 41.
A massive play here. As we hit under 8 to go in regulation. Ragsdale gets the call and will run back to his huddle to tell his team on this 3rd down and 5. Ragsdale gets the snap. He's going to hold on to it. He's going to take it himself, and he is taken down by the Mustangs. Met by number 63 for Loretto, Brock Luttrell. And now it's definitely decision time for East Hickman as it's now 4th down and 5. They will say he got back to the line of scrimmage. And it is now 4th down and a massive 4th down for East Hickman, and they are keeping the offense out there. 4th down and 5. They need to get to the 46. Are they going to try to get Loretto to jump, or are they actually going to call this play? He's looking over to the sideline, and it does not look like they are actually going to call this as East Hickman calls their first charge timeout with 6 minutes and 34 seconds. So either East Hickman was looking to just get the jump by Loretto, or they just want some more time to think about it. Either way, it'll still be 4th down and 5 when we come back out of the 30-second timeout by East Hickman. So just for the record, for the remainder of the game, East Hickman has 2 timeouts, Loretto has 2 timeouts. The way and how close this game has been throughout, I do believe that both teams will need those timeouts. So we are out of the timeout. And the offense for East Hickman is staying out there. If you're scared, say you're scared, and East Hickman ain't scared. 4th down and 5. Here's the snap. Pitch over to Sloan. Sloan's got the first down, and more than that. He's been phenomenal all season long. He does it there again. Enough for the first down across midfield. And that will move the chains. They needed 5, got about 7. When you need the first down, just give it to Matthew Sloan. They do it there. And that will move the chains for the Eagles. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the Mustang 49. And so if you're Loretto, you felt like you had them on the ropes. Maybe let them off the hook there, as they are now across midfield and we are under 6 to play in regulation. Ragsdale will hand it off to number 7, Luke Owens. Luke Owens will get to the 45-yard line before he's pushed backwards. But a gain of 4 there. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Number 25, Ryder Davis on the tackle for Loretto.
2nd and 6 for the Eagles.
As we hit 5.5 minutes remaining in this one. Again, of course, East Hickman in no rush. They are going to take as much of the play clock off as they possibly can before they snap it. You got 40 seconds in between when the tackle is. You got 40 seconds to play with, and East Hickman definitely has been using most of that time. That's been their MO all season long. Here's the snap. Ragsdale is going to hold on to it himself, and he's going to get positive yards again. He's going to be tackled at around the 42, so a gain of 3, and that will bring up 3rd and 3 for East Hickman as we are now under 5 minutes remaining in regulation as the time continues to tick, 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 tick.
3rd and 3 for the Eagles. The ball at Loretto 42.
Officially marked just outside the 42-yard line. They got to get over the 40 to around the 39 to get the first down. They've already went for it once on 4th down on this drive. I don't believe they would be scared to do it again if they have to. Of course, they prefer to avoid that altogether. Here's the snap. They will hand it off to Owens. Owens has the room up the middle, and he is tackled, but not before he got the first down across the 35. So he needed 3, got 7. And that will move the chains again for the Eagles. 1st and 10 as we hit 4 minutes remaining. Loretto had to burn one of their timeouts coming out of the first, coming out after the change of possession. Before they ever ran a play, they had to call a timeout on a dead ball. And I'm sure they're hoping and wishing they had that timeout back because they've only got 2 remaining, as time is now certainly not a friend for them. They will hand it off to Sloan. Sloan keeps the legs moving, and he will be brought down inside the 30 at the 29. A gain of 6 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
6-yard pickup. He's down to the 49-yard line.
Another 1st down here by East Hickman, and things get awfully difficult for Loretto. They will have to start burning some timeouts to try to get get this clock stopped. Because let me tell you, East Hickman is not going to put this ball in the air. They've literally not done it all game long, and I can't imagine they're going to start now. But we have a whistle and a timeout by Loretto, if that is right. And they burnt their timeout after letting a whole bunch of clock run out and a lot of the play clock run out. Yeah, boy. Not great clock management there by Loretto. But if you're East Hickman, you're thrilled by that. So that'll be their 2nd charge timeout by Loretto. They'll have 1 remaining. Officially, they have stopped the clock at 2:57. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Excuse me. 2nd down and 4 at the 29. Loretto burns their 2nd charge timeout. They let probably 15 seconds at least run off the clock after that tackle. Had they called the timeout immediately, they definitely obviously have a lot more time to play with. They kind of let the clock run, and now they are in a little bit of a precarious situation here. They are going to definitely need to get a stop here on this one. If they allow a 1st down here, all of a sudden East Hickman probably can just run this clock out, or at least get it down to just about 15, 20 seconds. But Loretto needs to get a stop first if they have any hopes of getting this ball back.
For the Eagles at the Loretto 29-yard line.
So officially 2:57 remaining in regulation. That's when they stop the clock. 2nd down and 4. They will hand it off to Dakota Ragsdale. Ragsdale keeps it. He keeps the feet moving, and he is brought down all the way down at the 10-yard line. And yet another East Hickman Eagle 1st down. And Loretto will call a timeout, their final timeout, after the clock restarted, after the chains moved. So a little bit of an interesting Loretto. Loretto called the timeout.
The Mustangs used their
So a little bit of an interesting play here if you're Loretto. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in regulation. It'll be first and goal for East Hickman, so they cannot get a first down. They can only score. But they got 4 plays to get 10 yards. Obviously, Loretto's had a tough time stopping them at all. But they are in a little bit of a better situation clock-wise. So 2 minutes and 45 seconds. The absolute maximum seconds that they could get rid of is 165 seconds. So 40 times 4 is 160. So Loretto still has a little bit of a chance. That was some math. They might be able to get this ball back if they can stop him with one last heave to the end zone. They might get the ball back with about 10, 15 seconds remaining in regulation since it's first and goal.
First and 10 Eagles.
But before they do that, they are going to have to get a stop on defense. They have 0 timeouts left to their name. The Eagles have 2. If they don't score on the first play, you got to assume they will let the clock run down as much as they possibly can before they snap it. Ragsdale gets the snap, will hand it off to Sloan. Sloan right up the middle, and he is brought down just outside the 5, the 6-yard line. It looks just like where they will bring him down, a gain of 4. And this is where the clock will continue to run as we hit 2.5 minutes and counting left. So second down and goal. If you're East Hickman, you're definitely more than fine with not scoring on there, as they can let the clock just tick down. There is not a play clock at East Hickman, so they have to look at the back judge. He will put his hand up when it's 10 seconds. They snap it. Sloan is hit, but he is still runs. He is gets hit all the time, but just they cannot bring him down. He just has been definitely the story of the season so far for East Hickman. He's been fantastic. But another run, he gets inside the 5. They'll mark him officially at the 4, so it'll be third down and goal for East Hickman at the 4. If you are East Hickman, you might just let this one run all the way down, call a timeout, and see how much time is left to play with. They do have 2 timeouts. And it does look like they are going to do exactly that. So they are going to let the play clock run down as much as it possibly can before they call their second timeout. And they're going to call it now. So with 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining, they will call their second charge timeout. So they've got 1 more remaining. So a little bit of time calculation here. We got 66 seconds remaining in regulation, 40-second play clock. You run a play, you don't score a touchdown. It's looking like fourth down would happen with about 24, 23, 22 seconds remaining in regulation. At that time, you could call your final timeout and figure out exactly what you'd want to do on assuming, unless this play is a complete disaster, fourth down and pretty short. I would assume you would go for it. They've had no interest in kicking the ball at all season long. You go for it. At worst, you don't get it. Loretto has to go about 95 yards with probably about 10 seconds remaining. So definitely East Hickman is in a fantastic position here, but if you're Loretto, you've got 2 more downs to try to keep them out of the end zone.
It's 3rd and 3 for Eagles at the 3-yard line.
So let's see what they run here. We got 66 seconds remaining.
Just over a minute on the clock.
If you're East Hickman, do you even want to score? Let's find out. Ragsdale gets the snap. He's going to hold on to it, and he is going to find pay dirt. Touchdown, East Hickman. With 1:01 remaining in regulation, they might have put this one in the bed. as they have now made it a 2-score game. And with 1 minute and 1 second remaining, East Hickman will look to go for 2 to make it an 11-point game. But if that's the end of this one, a fitting way to end it, as East Hickman has ran the ball down the throat of Loretto all game long. And it is a fitting end that Loretto was unable to stop them when they needed it the most.
The Eagles going for 2.
So the Eagles are going to go for 2 to try to make it an 11-point game. The snap. Ragsdale's going to keep it. He's going to run to the left side, and he gets the 2-point conversion. Our new score with 1 minute and 1 second remaining in regulation. East Hickman, 44. Loretto, 33. But we do have a penalty flag on the play. So will this be coming back? Holding on East Hickman. So wipe it off the board. They will push it back to the 13. So that is the second time actually tonight that East Hickman has successfully gotten the 2-point conversion but ends up having to wipe it off the board.
The Eagles will have to repeat the 2-point conversion.
And they are actually going to bring out the field goal unit. They are going to bring out the point after, the PAT. They're going to try to get the extra point. So number 3, Jacob Schuring is on the kick. The snap, the hold, the kick is not going to be good at wide right and didn't have the leg. But before we have that, we've got another penalty flag. False start. So that's going to move it back 5 yards. So it was going to be a 28-yard kick. It's now a 33-yard kick. The 28-yard kick did not have the leg. Let's see if he can do it from 33 yards. Why not? So they'll kick it from the 18. So that's actually a 35-yard kick after you add up the 7. No. So here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and good! He got it, but there is another penalty flag on the play. A 35-yard kick from Schuring. But there is a penalty flag on the play, so will we do it again? We will wait to see what the call is. The kick is good. Running into the kicker on Loretto. So the kick is good. After all is said and done, the score is East Hickman 43, Loretto 33. So 43-33 is our score.
Jacob Schuring will now kick off from
They will kick off from the 45-yard line. So our score is 43-33 East Hickman. East Hickman leads by 10. Our score bug is not correct, but just know it's a 2-possession game. How about that? Number 6 picks it up for Loretto, and he's got some space. Number 6, Corbin Reynolds. He's got some room, and he's going to be brought down finally just outside the 20-yard line. That might be why East Hickman has not kicked to him since he returned it to start the game. And unfortunately, Reynolds is a little shaken up. He's slow to get up. But you saw it right there, exactly why. If you are so Mustangs have the ball. This one's not over yet. It's been a weird one. 46 seconds remaining. Loretto's got the ball inside the 20 at the 16. They have 0 timeouts. First snap. Tidwell over to the right side, and he's brought down at the 15 and inbounds, and a penalty flag. And is it going to be a horse collar tackle? That one looked close to one as well. And with 34 seconds remaining, we have another penalty flag. We've had a lot of them tonight. A personal foul, face mask on East Hickman. And so a 15-yard penalty, or at least half the distance to the goal. And so East Hickman keeping the Mustangs alive a little bit. Personal foul, face mask is the official call. They will mark the ball inside the 10, and it looks like the 8-yard line. So it'll be first and goal for the Mustangs with 34 seconds. Here's the snap. Tidwell runs to the left side. He runs up the middle. He's got some room, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Well, here we go again. So, they got the ball with 61 seconds remaining. Now there's 28 seconds remaining. So a drive of about 33 seconds. They needed to go fast, and they did exactly that. And so our score now is East Hickman 43, Loretto 39, and they are going to bring on the kick team to try to get the extra point to make it a 3-point game. I know the scorebug says 44. It's actually 43 for East Hickman. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And so our new score with 28 seconds remaining, East Hickman 44, Loretto 40. So, it will all come down to this. An onside kick. If Loretto is able to recover this onside kick, they will have under half a minute to try to get this game either tied or get the win. If East Hickman can fall on this onside kick, this game is over, and East Hickman is going to improve to 6-1 on the season and 4-0 in district play. Here we go. Here's the onside kick. It bounces at the 45, a good bounce, but it is recovered by East Hickman. Number 24 for East Hickman. Nathan Hobbs is the one who falls on it. And while it's been back and forth, it has been an absolute blast of a football game. But East Hickman is going to be able to kneel this one down and get out of here with a victory and get into the bye week undefeated in district play, 4-0 and 6-1 on the season. But my goodness, what a back and forth game by both teams. Loretto just simply would not go away. And here's the snap and the kneel down, and this one is over. So East Hickman will get the victory and defeat the Loretto Mustangs by a score of 43-40. It was back and forth. It looked multiple times like East Hickman was going to try to land the knockout blow on Loretto. They were unable to do it. Loretto kept fighting back, but East Hickman is able to hold on and get a massive victory as they head into the bye week. Now 6-1 and 4-0 on the season. So what a football game. Loretto now falls to 4-3 on the season, 3-2 in district play. They will also go into the bye week before they will take on Eagleville out of the bye week. That'll be on October 18th. East Hickman also enters. East Hickman also goes into a bye week, and they will go on the road. East Hickman will go on the road after the bye week to Mount Pleasant for another district game on October 18th. So we hope you enjoy your fall break if you get one. We will be off next week as East Hickman is able to go into the bye week with a massive victory, feeling awfully good. So again, final score here from East Hickman: Eagles 43, Loretto 40. For everyone at WNKX and for all of our sponsors, MLEC, Ascension St. Thomas, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and McDonald's Funeral Home, I'm Greg Cottam saying good night from East Hickman. Thank you so much for joining us. We will talk to you again on October 18th.